We are continuing with our spring series by checking in with local higher education institutes.
Yeah, and today we're actually heading to the east side of Terre Haute and Rose-Hulman's campus. And that's where Nicole Christine sat down with the school's president, Robert Coons. She joins us now in the studio with more on their conversation.
Well, Dana and Mike, Rose-Hulman getting ready to celebrate a pretty big anniversary, and leaders are working to showcase how the school has advanced over its many years in Terre Haute.
Our sesquicentennial, our 150th anniversary, comes up in 2024.
As Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology prepares to celebrate 150 years in Terre Haute, President Robert Coons says strategic planning is underway to stabilize enrollment and develop the campus.
That'll include some thinking about how we develop and incorporate the property we acquired across the street, the Hulman farm that we acquired back in 2017. We're starting to utilize that property.
Not far from the president's office in Hadley Hall, a new 70,000 square foot academic building is providing students with new learning opportunities.
It has state-of-the-art chemistry facilities on the top floor. Our chemistry department was in dire need of upgrade and improvement, and this really brings us into the 21st century with regard to chemistry facilities. Part of that includes the new food chemistry lab, which is kind of a new experiment for us, collaboration between the chemistry department and chemical engineering.
The new building also includes new design and study space, and the renovations don't stop there.
And we've immediately started renovating Munch Hall, which is our primary academic building, one of the first buildings here on campus. The last major renovation of Munch Hall was in the mid-'80s, and so it was in much need of a fairly significant retrofit. That work will be completed next summer of 2023.
As Rose-Hulman modernizes campus infrastructure, the student body is also becoming more modern and diverse. Recently introduced opportunities like the Emerge program for 9th grade girls aim to increase the number of female students.
Our freshman class this year had around 25% female enrollment, and our goal is to bring that to at least 30% over time. So we're trying to grow that effort, both in terms of opportunity and in terms of helping our students have a more diverse experience while they're here.
Another aspect of student life that's being prioritized, especially in light of the pandemic, is mental health. Rose, along with St. Mary of the Woods College and DePauw University, are all collaborating on a grant opportunity called Mindful Connections.
It's a 5-year grant from the Lilly Endowment for these 3 institutions to collaborate and find better ways, new ways, improved ways to provide mental health counseling and support services on our campuses.
COVID-19's alteration of higher education is not lost on Rose-Hulman faculty and staff.
We are concerned, as many educational institutions are, about what's referred to as the enrollment cliff, where the number of available 18 to 22-year-olds drops off precipitously somewhere around 2025, 26.
But Coons points to the school's return on investment rankings, including a recent stat showing a 20-year ROI of nearly $800,000 as indicators that a higher ed investment is worth it long term.
We're starting to focus from a rankings perspective, thinking about return on investment versus just the cost for a 4-year education, what the return is over the lifetime of your career.
And we recently reported that Rose-Hulman raised nearly $500,000 at its 3rd Giving Day event. That showcases that the community and alumni base have a lot of support for the school.